Well, yeah, man. First off, what's up to everybody in the panel? Shout out to Cheeky,
Salute.
fantastic, Boom, my yay, all y'all, man, brothers, Uncle Rick, everybody. Uh, Tea leaves. Your problem is that you don't understand your value. Okay, I don't think you're having a problem with relationships. Your problem is with math. Okay, counting all the dudes that women don't want, they outnumber us by 2 million. That's just the black ones. That's not counting the rest of the world lining up to fuck you. I strongly suggest that this is not about her at all. This is about you using soft tactics on hard women, and it don't work. We're ignoring where we are right now. I think it's very comfortable. I think it's convenient. I think it's actually a bit arrogant to consider yourself a house husband when that thing that you're sending the woman out into is about to fucking collapse. Um, and I hate to aim this, brother, fantastic. Shout out, man. I hate to aim this. I know. No, I hate to aim this at you, but you like me, bruh. You just got out of this, man. uh I guess I look at this with men different because at one time I was in Pohang, Korea. I was 500 miles from men who were trained to kill me if they were supposed to. This man on the screen with me just got through serving this country, and he was supposed to die if necessary if some dude whose kids never even got close says so. He can't have a man to the left of him or to the right of him that would relinquish his energy to a female. And the problem is this, is that this thinking, this way of being, Hamp, in order for me to be wrong, Nostradamus got to be wrong. The Torah got to be wrong. The Bible got to be wrong. The Apocrypha got to be wrong, because they all speak of this time when the man who lives in the whore of Babylon shall be effeminized before things change. This shit ain't going on, bruh. You think this shit going on in the Ukraine? You think it's house husbands over there? You think it's house husbands in Iran? No. And those are the enemies of the people who have built this thing that you dudes are comfortable in. And I welcome you. I welcome you because anybody looking saw you coming. As a matter of fact, a man by the name of Aleister Crowley, who started an occult religion that worships the devil, one of his tenets in the book he wrote is that "do as thou wilt shall be the land of the law." And what you are saying, brother Cheeky, is do what you want to do. What we are saying, what the men, remember we had this conversation before, because you think that house husbands should be allowed to walk freely and not be talked about and not be ridiculed. And I said, you're exactly right in public, because that's rude. But when me and the niggas who can fix a flat, the niggas who can put the power on when you turn it back off, the niggas that can move a piano, the niggas that are not willing to relinquish our power to people who it takes 4 of to move a fucking couch, are gonna talk about you like a raggedy dog. We gonna laugh, brother, and talk about y'all soft asses the way we see you when we're by ourselves, which is our right, because I really can't wait to see these dudes negotiate with the males coming across the border who are of military age with nobody else but them. When you have to deal directly with dudes who didn't get trophies from making it to the car to the field, I really want to see how that's going to go down. This is the ability. The biggest part of this is that the ability to temper crisis is destroyed by your paradigm. By your paradigm, what needs in your house is feminine energy, and you just there. You're mopping fuck. You're there for that. When you relinquish that, when the shit hits the fan in the very moment, the time between when the shit hits the fan and you have to activate is not enough time for her to get into her feminine and allow you to do what you have allowed to atrophy, which is your natural masculine energy. by sitting up at the house watching TV on your stomach, kicking your feet while your girl at work.
So while we're on the topic of atrophy, right?
Yeah.
A lot of you men that come on the panel obviously have muscular atrophy as well. And I'm guaranteeing you the man with the house husband logic is out benching, out squatting, and will fight. So what I'm saying is, just because you're a gorilla, I'm talking to human beings, all right? I'm not talking to silverback ass.
You're not making any sense.
What I'm saying is,
you're not making any sense at all.
I'm saying is,
let him finish, Uncle Geoff.
I hate this idea that house husbands are just these out of shape ass people. But every traditional man that we've seen on a panel, I'm not saying you, Uncle Geoff, you in shape. I don't want no problem. I don't want no smoke, Uncle Geoff. Okay,
don't be my back. No. Hold on. No smoke intended, brother. I ain't gonna dance around with you, Cheeky. I wouldn't dance around with you, but I'll whoop your uncle's fucking ass right now. Keep going. I'll stomp your uncle right in front of you.
Good thing I don't got no uncles. I don't want to see
my good thing. You showed out because they didn't really keep going.
You're right. I don't know smoke.
Yeah. This ain't no uncle shit. This auntie shit you on right now. But go ahead.
Look, and I appreciate you for being patient with me, sir. You know what I'm saying? Teach your young brother the right way. All right. So what I'm saying is, every time house husbands come up, y'all niggas like to make you can't be as if you can't go to the gym and be in that position like you would expect your house quote if you were to have a housewife. The idea would be she would be in shape as well. But anyway,
what I'm saying is with the gym. Hold on, brother. Here's the problem with the gym. I'm not talking about how many push-ups you can do or how far you can run. I am talking about the ability to, when the shit hits the fan and your body gets hit immediately with a shot of adrenaline, which puts you into your fight or flight response. That's not about reps. That's how a fat man will walk up and eliminate a dude in shape. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about the natural energy that you are letting run your place. When the shit hits the fan, you're going to have a problem right in that split second, brother. And it ain't got nothing to do with how much you do.
Go. All right, go, Cheek. Finish the thought. Go ahead. You're all right.
This again is what I'm talking about. He's talking about flight or fight responses, but if you've never been put in that position, most people freeze up. Now, most of y'all niggas never been in fight. I'm not gonna go there. All right. So here's what I'm saying. I've never been in a fight.
Look at this.
Put your hand down. So I can put my hand up too. All right. What I'm saying is,
keep going.
What I'm saying is, we're talking about. Put your hand down, dog. It's like, goddamn, we know you crawl on your knuckle. We know you sit fast.
Put your hand down.
Wow. God, you're fucking gorilla. You're not showing us nothing we didn't see already. Just down. Just put your hand down.
Stop intimidating that man with your hand. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is we can't start attributing these things to a certain sect of men because of an ideology when that's just the natural human being. Most people are not.
That's not, brother. And yes, we can.
Let me finish, right? Because you've gone, right? And it's my turn to finish.
I'm sorry.
That you saying that a man being put in a position to be as a quote unquote housewife or whatever the house husband is going to affect his mentality, but it's not. It's your history that determines that. If you've never been in a fight and you don't know how to handle that situation, or you've never been in a firefight or a gunfight, you don't. Most people freeze up. That has nothing to do with you being in a position. It has everything to do with your experience.
Okay. All righty. I don't want to interrupt you. I want to make sure you're done with that.
I'm just saying that's just the truth of the matter. You can't start attributing the natural something that happens like an adrenaline rush to the position of somebody in their household when that's just really just based on your experience as a man, whether or not you've been through those things. That doesn't make sense.
Uncle Geoff, before you go, I got one question for him. It's slightly yes or no. Do you think a man that's been outside getting it popping for whatever the reasons are is more or less likely to be a house husband? Cheeky.
Say that again.
You think a man that, let's say, was outside scrapping, getting it popping, was military, whatever the case was, right? They got endurance and experience, is more or less likely to be a house husband?
I don't know, because there's niggas out here that don't have homes and still fucking chicks. So like, and they go through those fights too. So what I'm saying is I can't determine that. I don't know. How would I know?
Great answer to another question.
Yeah.
I said I don't know. That's the answer. I think I made that clear.
Okay, he didn't ask you what you knew. He asked you what you thought.
Just if you could speculate, what do you think?
Not what you know. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think if a man been in a fight, he could be a house husband. Yes, absolutely. I think that.
Okay. I happen to know this is all anecdotal. I know a few house husbands, and most of them use the windmill technique when accosted. I really, and forgive me, Cheeky. Please allow me, or if I and Fantastic is a great referee. I hate to keep throwing you in this, bruh, but because the Marine Corps Department of the Navy, we have kind of a similar mindset with regard to protection, to defense. So if I'm full of shit, Fantastic, please just jump in. I don't mind. What you're trying to sell me is on this new breed, and you don't have to. I'm acknowledging your existence. That this new breed of man that can't fix a flat, doesn't know how to look up in the sky and tell where he is, can't read cursive, can't ride a bike without a helmet, can't get around without assistance. Well, when I was young, we had a name for those people. We called them retarded. So I understand that they exist. And I understand that what you this mindset that you were saying exists. Mm-hmm. You seem to think it's going to burn bright. I don't. I think it's going to burn like a match. And I think that the minute that everything else in history that contradicts what you're saying, and everything else currently that contradicts what you're saying, other than those that follow this logic because they haven't looked backwards, anybody who looks backwards can see that this is not going to last long. This is a convenient mindset in a setup, economy, and infrastructure. At the end of every empire, all this ignorant shit burns. And you are at the end of an empire. It's very convenient and mildly arrogant for you to have this thinking, because to relinquish your job naturally as defense, you cannot say it's natural. It ain't. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Your thinking, I'll say this and I'll land the plane. Your thinking, by history's account, by astrology's account, by religion's account, by plain old common sense's account, is GMO, and it's gonna burn out.
Again, this comes from somebody who's older, and I understand that. And I got all the slight jabs, the Riri. We're in the smartest, most intuitive, world-breaking, history-creating generation ever. Now, you don't know what whenever we start having conversations about Riri or retarded, or that's when I start, because the IQ of today's human being is higher than of yours. It's just what I'm gonna say, to keep it very plain and blunt. We need to stop trying to make these shots, right? And just have the conversation. 1, 2. We don't know. We've never seen women in there's never been a position of society where women have rights, are able to work, or have any type of voice, have any influence. This is this generation. So you can't sit here and say history says. We don't know what history says, because this is the first time we've ever had this happen. No man before now ever thought that he'd have to compete with a woman to get a job, to do the things that men have done regularly. Niggas have factory work.
Context on that. What year did that start? Just so we know the time frame you're referencing.
Women's suffrage started in the 60s, but
okay.
the hype and the stuff that's happening now, it started in the past. The things that women are now able to do.
Hold on. No, it matters, because I need to understand what he's referencing, regardless if you guys disagree. He's saying, when did men start dealing with having to compete with women? What year you starting at, Cheeky?
He's saying 60s, which should be so if he's talking from the financial and workforce situation, he's right. He's correct.
Okay.
He's being lazy. Click another tab and Google. That's all you have to do.
It's okay though. It's okay.
You're
He's
speaking
not
a
being
point.
lazy.
Hey, but
Again,
listen. It's not gonna nullify his point if he's off by some years,
not-
right?
Yeah,
It speaks to his ignorance on the point, brother.
But
It doesn't
I'm just
speak to
I'm just looking at his. Remember, it's his point. I'm just understanding his reference point. That's all. What
He
years
don't
he thinks.
Okay.
Wait,
It's
can we
okay.
please
Go
can we
ahead.
please identify the windmiller now as the man who said, this generation stop windmilling. Just let me finish, please, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Now, with that being the case, what I'm saying is never in any point of history besides modern or current history have
Okay.
we had not only worry about men as competition, but women also get the backing of government officials to make sure they are where they are. We're the most competitive we've ever been. Women make up 50% of the workforce. Our economy is based on them. And if you want to ignore that and completely disregard it, you can, but then that speaks on your ignorance and not mine. So how about this? We start thinking about things in a bigger perspective and think about things on a democracy level. Because the countries you start naming are not even, they're not democracies.
Exactly.
They're dictatorships. You name Russia. You start naming these countries that have their women in check, they don't have rights. Those women aren't able to do the things these women can. And that would
They
be
have rights in Norway. They don't do this shit. Keep going.
That would be considered regression.
Women have rights in Sweden. They don't do this
That
shit.
would be considered.
Women have rights in Germany.
And guess what? Those ideas of a house husband are accepted. Now, what are you saying?
I'm saying that they're supposed to be accepted now. I'm saying absolutely. I accept it. I didn't say I didn't accept who you are. I just recognize who you are as per history, and that you are amongst the first generation that has decided, and specifically Black young people is the first generation that has decided to negate everything that has come before them. And I don't know any generals, pilots, electricians, fuck it, bakers. I don't know anybody who does that, but you're right. And I see you, I recognize you, I recognize where you are in history, I recognize others who have recognized you, and I say the same shit, that at the fall of an empire, which is where you sit, what you are saying is folly. Go ahead and say it, but it doesn't make any sense to me, brother. It doesn't make any sense at 2 a.m. when you hear a noise. It don't make it. There's a lot of places where it just doesn't make sense, and you can add it up like you like. I welcome you. I'm not eschewing you, but I told you again, when I get with my friends by myself, we gonna talk about y'all niggas like y'all got tails. Now go right ahead.
Y'all gonna gossip like bitches and then say that the young generation windmill.
Bitches that can fix flats and knock niggas out.
But that's how that goes. That's crazy, bro.
Oh, it's bananas, us bitches. Yeah.
That is
Crazy. Us bitches that can kill with our bare hands. Absolutely.
These same young niggas to beat your old ass. I don't get this.
Who can stand up. Those of us who don't let our women pump gas. Us bitches. Yeah. Those of us,
bro.
yes, those of us who have an actual plan
always
to for our families in any situation.
Now all of a sudden the old men are the only ones that can kill.
Over here, those of us over here who understand that their word is supposed to be first and their woman's word is supposed to be their words go first. Their woman word is first and theirs is final. Yeah, us bitches. You can talk about us bitches all you want, but I guarantee you, you give me 5 of us bitches and we meet you new men in a parking lot under any crisis. And I'm not talking about getting your ass whooped. That's an easy one. I'm talking about a fire. I'm talking about a flood. I'm talking about an immediate emergency. And I'm not talking about all brothers your age, just some great young dudes out there, but they certainly don't think like this. And that house husband shit, that shit ain't gonna last long.
I'm just saying, don't call a younger generation feminine and you clapping your hands. That's crazy.
No,
crazy. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Well,
come on, man. Yeah, come on, man.
Because, dude, that's because you have been trained to see anything that you think from a man as feminine. Bruh, I promise you, the niggas I pattern myself after took women from the niggas that you pattern yourself after. I promise you.
And you don't even know who that is, though.
We don't, or one, and then two,
You don't even know
we
what
gotta
that
ask
is.
them how much it costs because we know old niggas paying for pussy.
Which ones? Which bruh?
Again, don't personalize it to you. Do not personalize it.
Let me start here, Cheeky. Let me.
Uncle Jeff, you can't personalize
Should I
it.
shut up?
We know
I'll shut up.
we
I'll
know you
shut up.
married.
I'll shut up.
We know you married. And I'm not. Don't personalize it to you. But I have to represent the younger generation because the older generation keep talking trash. We ain't starting this shit just now.
I don't want you to be married. I don't want you to be married. I don't think you've heard me talk about this, Cheeky. I think marriage is a mistake for young black men. I think it is.
Okay, so if we all right, so how about this? Let's reset it. Let's reset the tone, right? Because we had our back and forth. So let's I know, okay, we both playing, but let's reset it.
Sure.
If we both agree that marriage is not ideal for men today, and I say, hey, if I'm going to accept marriage, it's going to be under the conditions that you take the fall and not me. Do you think that's better to do?
Not at all. And I'll tell you why.
Right. Go ahead.
I'll tell you why. As fast as I can.
Then we're gonna get Uncle Rick in after this, all right?
You guys kind of hit on it earlier. Marriage is a European concept that don't have shit to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. We come from villages. And in villages, men have more than one woman. You're supposed to have more than one woman. And the numbers say that as we move forward in the future, if you can move adequately, you don't need to make a contract with the state to do that. You're going to have to be able to lead more than one woman if we gonna make it out of this. But you gotta get that marriage shit out the way. So I don't believe in that shit either. I don't like it as much as I've lost fucking around with that contract bullshit with the state, because that's really what it is. And I understand, young dudes, y'all right. Why should I gamble half of my shit on your whims? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. And you're absolutely right. And you shouldn't be fucking with substandard broads. Let them twist in the wind.
I'm gonna be quiet though. I don't want to take over this.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. That was a good dialogue to me. John Henry with the 10 says the quote unquote inclusion of women is future, no doubt. But as long as she doesn't want to stink, be physically exerted, or have danger be a part of her day, the man is expected to carry the weight. Pound facts. Y'all mute if you're not talking. There's a little bit of feedback. T.O. with the $2 says niggas be lying on panels. They still lying in person. King Goody with the $2 says, say go DJ Crazy Hope set. Salute. Appreciate you, my brother. Callie Bev with the $5 says, are fathers teaching their sons to get as many women as possible, or teaching them to get them to be heads of their family? Blue J 999. Dayton Pool with the $5 says, what part of it's not fair and never will be don't men get? Punching a wall is useless. John Henry with the $5 says, experience, exposure in your personal sexual endeavors will affect your approach towards how you as a man exert your masculinity. Okay. Sin with the $2 says, hitting him with a honey bun. That's a fact. He said that at 2:30. Devin with the $2 says, most these little movements be, what's that mean? Cope. What's that mean?
I think he meant to say cap.
No, cope. Exactly what it means. Cope, like coping mechanism. Cope.
Oh, okay. I got you.
See.
What up, buzzing, birds flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin wasn't?
Thank you, C, man. We almost at 500 members. We got 35 to go. Salute, man. Whoever got it, please maintain it. Welcome to the family. Omega Green with $2 says GBG is soft. Aaron with the $2 says AI and cyborgs are the real issue. iRobot soon come. Hell nah.
Hey, you see, y'all niggas say it every time. We gonna talk about that.
No, we did. I researched. It costs so much to make a robot, bro. Like, it's a lot of factors that go into
now.
Hamp. Yeah, thank you, Hamp. Hamp. You remember plasma TVs when they first came out?
Yeah.
Now how much you get a plasma TV don't even exist no more.
Technology squares itself every 10 years.
Every time, bro. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Fantastic. That's the problem. You keep buying them Hisense TVs.
I've never brought one electronics out of a Walmart, sir.
I don't really believe we went to the moon, but we went to the moon with a 50th of the power of this thing. Please understand that about robots being expensive. That's okay. All right.
Elon Musk got them Tesla phones coming out, nigga. So
listen, man. Look,
okay,
that shit is a million miles away, man. But that'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, but we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, y'all, man.
It's 1,000,000 miles away, but we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Niggas can't change it. Niggas can't change a tire. Now we about to have iRobot.
Exactly. That's what the robots for. Why you think these little smart, weak ass niggas building these robots?
Bro, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Kevin's such a meathead, bro. He is such a fucking meathead. I'll just punch it. Like, oh no, nigga, that's not how that works.
I trust Tesla. Y'all trust Tesla if y'all want to.
Mad shit.
Thank you. Robot, and then it'll die.
Like, no, I got a 1330 on my SATs, baby boy.
You lower than the smartest young nigga, so you better chill. Gorilla smart, gorilla strong.
Hey yo, man, I'm just saying, man, niggas better start being strong. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Hey man, y'all trust those Tesla phones if y'all want. That shit'll blow up.
All right, let me finish with Chaz, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong with the $5. Says lots of quote unquote members living under women be active, brother Hamp. Black King with the $10 says older folks believe that if you're not the vanguard of their priorities and beliefs, the world is coming to an end. Stop. Uncle Geoff, the sky is not falling yet.
It sure isn't.
Devin D with the $2 says you got to be a man regardless of what women do. Omega Green with the $5 says Hamp, I rock with you, but it seems like you're trolling the audience by letting uninformed, dim-witted people like GBG pontificate all over the place.
Damn.
God damn, how did I get implicated in that? They had a good back and forth conversation, Omega Green. UT with the $5 says Pookies and Ray Rays are really house husbands and they fight. D with the $2 says wasn't Jake Paul beating y'all old brothers up? John Henry with the $10 says as long as a woman don't want to don't want to stink, be physically exerted, or face danger on a daily basis, women will not look completely at full accountability of leading. But that was just the argument, though, John, right? Just literally, he called me a Neanderthal because I'm like, you got to change the tire. Niggas don't want to stink apparently no more either when they go to work.
Dirty hands. What? I might crack a nail.
TN with the $2 says, you hooper hyper or protected by Viper. Oh. Aaron with the $2 says, did you not see the videos of the robots in Japan? Yeah, I saw it. I was just looking at the cost and things of that nature, but I guess to your point, if it's volume,
do you think the people that would buy one of these robots are concerned with the cost?
No.
So
John Henry, well, just talking about in mass, right? Because he mentioned iRobot, so that was the reference point in which I was addressing. iRobot, everybody had one, even like regular people.
No. Everybody has one assigned by somebody who already bought it.
And iRobot.
Like an Elon Musk, somebody who could say, make, 50,000 robots and then assign them. It's not about what you can afford. It's about what can be manufactured by the people who decide who has what money. Once they decide they want to do some shit like that, bruh, they do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Shit
That's
like
fair.
that.
Shit like that.
John Henry with the $10 says this current generation is primary generation engulfed in misinformation, disinformation, social media persuasion, and rejection of observable reality. I'm concerned for the future.
Hey, yo, Hamp, let me know when I'm up, man. You know what I'm saying?
L Nix was popping with the $5. Hamp sound like the cab driver who laughed at Uber and Lyft. Yo, nah, man.
Overwork.
No, because I was looking at the actual cost of those robots. But when you guys bring in different information, unlike y'all niggas, I can change my opinion if I hear better shit.
Yeah, why would you have to change brother? You don't ever change your opinion when you got the best shit, you got the best shit. When you got the best shit, brothers don't need to change. But hey, man, listen. Hey, Hamp, you got it. Hey, that's another. Hey, that's a great show thing, man. Like I guess, shout out to John Henry, the conspiracy theory thing. Hey, nigga, conspiracy theories batting at 10,001, nigga.
Thank you.
We've been trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all assholes still riding around with masks on. If you got a mask on right now while you working in this live, go ahead and run your face into the hardest fucking wall you can find.
Brother.
Oh, man. All right. I mean, it's damn, man. Uncle Rick, what's popping, man?